Welcome back, Arbor League, and the game is more or less fixed, so we have a team for you to try out today. Arctibax Double Flyer. Although the team does have a low rating of BCCB, I found that Arctibax outpaces other dragons to the claw, wins CMP, and has Icy Wind to debuff and dip in a bad situation. He is bulky enough to handle a few counters, and now that fast move damage is fixed, it's easier to sneak one turn Dragon Breaths in and hopefully snipe in the end game. So like and subscribe to the channel and turn notifications on, and let's see this team operate. So I had a team built going into the Evolution Cup while we lag here, but kept getting the Hakamo leads, which is why I built this team, and now I see none. But it works very well still, and it counters a very specific team, the exact one or variants of the one that I built, so I've already countered myself. We're just lagging out here. I think the opponent has surrendered or backed out or lagged. But basically, Arctibax counters other dragons, Charjabug, Flyers, the backline counters Vigoroth, and the remaining dragons, and the rest of the meta. So it is an ABB team, aimed at baiting out the Buzzbug, finishing off with Arctibax, and then you can debuff and 2-shield the other Flyer for the backline, like Vigoroth's. So most fast moves are resisted by the Flyers minus Volt Switch
and Rock Throw.
Charge moves like Rock Slide and Discharge and neutral body slams we need shields for. So the bulk is moderate, which is fine. I haven't seen too many chances yet, but most things here are kind of frail and is the Great League. So as we're seeing here, the Alolan Graveler could be a problem for this team. Luckily they've logged out, but I did beat one Alolan Graveler team. The Arctibax got a debuff and they no-shielded a Shadow Ball with the bat. So win cons are possible. So going into the next match here, getting into the commentary, we see Dragon Mirrors. We need to see how much damage we're doing versus them. We're about on par, so we could have thrown the Claw there. I don't know why I'm going for the Icy Wind, just could have gone straight Claw. Wanted to get the debuff in case they do decide to shield, so then our Dragon Breaths do more after their attack has been lowered, but they decide to let it go and come in with Haunter. If I threw that Dragon Claw, we may have been able to throw that second one, so unfortunately we don't, and now we're down a shield versus Haunter here. We can survive any one move from it, even in a super effective Ice Punch. They decide to go for the Shadow Punch, which is totally okay with me. I might be able to farm down there, but didn't want him getting another one off going for the Poison Fang, and this could take him out or get a shield. They decided to let the Deadmon go and to shield their Golbat, so similar strategy to us. They didn't build up to the Shadow Ball here, so maybe Poison Fang, straight Poison Fang is more energy efficient for Golbat, even in the mirrors. If you're even shields, I at least try to Poison Fang and then maybe bait, or we're not really baiting with the Shadow Ball, but either way, we're at least 1-to-1 shields here. Against the Togetic, we can survive one Poison Fang. The problem is here, we just swapped in, so now our defense is lowered for that entire switch clock. Try to build up to almost back-to-back aerial aces here. This could be the Ancient Power, so they do respect it with a shield, and we have to shield in return. So this is probably looking like a loss, but our win con here is just to build up to back-to-back aerial aces and hope that KOs. Can we make this second one? The only problem here is that our Golbat is still alive, our switch clock is coming up, so they need 2 Poison Fangs, which they're trying to build up to, which they cannot. So we get off that last aerial ace, and Togetic closes this one for us. So yeah, shield advantage was key in that one. Into the next one, we see Charjabug on the lead, which is exactly where we want to see it. The Volt Switches are resisted, but the X-Scissors are neutral. They decide to swap into Bat, and I could have gone for the Icy Wind debuff and swap out, because we're not too concerned about health on the Arctibax versus the Charjabug. The Volt Switches are resisted, so as long as we save shields for that, that's the play here. So because our defense has been lowered and they did build up, we got baited, which is very unfortunate here, so I'm going to try to build up to almost back-to-back Shadow Balls. You can't, so I bait with the Poison Fang, probably 1 or 2 more wing attacks with the... Okay, so on the ball, so you can build up. It looks like back-to-back, but if you throw the Poison Fang, then you get a Shadow Ball right away. So we get Switch with Golbat, and we get Volt Switch down, but not before we get another Poison Fang off. That's very lucky. Golbat still surviving those Volt Switches, even after getting our defense dropped, which is key. So Golbat's bulk turns out to be kind of good there. We're still full health here, so we can farm down the Charjabug. Their attack was not dropped, so these X-Scissors will add up. The second one will warrant a shield or take us out, but I'm going to shield up for the Togetic, because now we have a Vigoroth in here, and we don't want to come in here shields down because they can outpace us. We do survive a Rock Slide, so we have to let one move go through. They're probably going to go Rock Slide. Sometimes I've seen some Vigoroths go straight Body Slam, because that has got about 3 off or 4 to KO with even shields, but now we're 1-to-1. Totally okay with me. We can probably farm this down. So the play is to let Togetic go, farm down with the Arctibax, survive 1 or 2 counters, and we knew the Charjabug was still back here, so we wanted to get that off, shield this up. Do they make another move though? We don't want to throw because we don't want to let a Volt Switch sneak in, but they do make another move, so unfortunately that was very close. We needed to get back-to-back moves, as did they, but they beat us to it, and we take that loss. So into the Golbat here, I think we want to stay in. Sometimes I decide to swap right away, but I want to go for that debuff and then swap. So same with any kind of mirror match, I want to go in with an advantage. I know that Poison Fang hurts. I'm still predicting a Charjabug in the back because they haven't swapped out. So they decide to shield that up, and now we have a health, attack, shield, and energy advantage on the Golbat. So they're throwing here, so now we're ahead on energy. We're going to go for the ball, and this will warrant a shield. So now goal is to maybe like get their last shield or take this Golbat out, and now we've gained another advantage by switch. So there's the Charjabug coming back in. I knew it was back there, and we survive enough to get to a Poison Fang. We might survive one more to get to another Fang. We know we're not going to get to the ball unless they have X Scissor, but they're going to try to farm us all the way down. They're afraid of us getting to that next Fang. It's going to get them very low, and we take out with X Scissor. It's totally okay with me. We still have a shield advantage, so that was key. That's what I like doing, is having an advantage on the mirror match coming in. That way we have a shield advantage on the Charjabug here, because we need 2 shields for that X Scissor. It hurts. And there's the Vigoroth again, reading the opponent like books. This team is working really well for me. I've gone up to about the 23-2400s. And just, gatekeeping sucks sometimes, so having a little bit of trouble. But we get to this Aerial Ace. We don't want to go Dazzling Gleam. They still have a shield, and they shield that up for whatever reason. So now we can just go straight for the Gleam. By the time these Fairy Winds will add up, they will be in Dazzling Gleam range. From full health, Vigoroth does survive 1. It does about 60% damage. So this, again, you want health advantage, shield advantage on Vigoroth. Here I didn't throw. That was on purpose. I didn't want to farm Vigoroth down because then the Charjabug would come in and farm the Togetic down. So we let the Togetic go down, get ahead on energy with the Arctibax versus the Charjabug, and this will be taking it out. Sometimes the play is not to play. So you want to let the opponent farm you down so that your other Pokemon gets energy into the Golbat here. So because it is Shadow, this Poison Fang is going to hurt a little bit more than the non-Shadow version, but we can take 1. Still calling that there's a Charjabug in the back. We want to get that debuff. Again, playing it the same way or some kind of advantage going in with the mirror. So we decide to swap, and they want to throw the Poison Fang right away and then come in with the Charjabug so that our defense is lowered. So the Poison Fang comes through, but we get a Dragonair instead. So I'm going to go straight for that Shadow Ball. They think we just made it to a Fang. Do they respect this ball's damage? It just about one-shots the Shadow Dragonair. We are not Shadow, so we probably could have one-shotted with the Shadow, but we can let this go down. I just want to come in and 2-shield Togetic. I know there's the Charjabug still, so that's why we need the shield advantage. We get the Fairy Wind down, and hopefully we get a shield with this Golbat here. Togetic does run Ancient Power, so this could be the Ancient Power. It's about the same energy cost as the Aerial Ace. It is not, and we swap and catch the Poison Fang. So now we have 2-shield Togetic. I know it's scary that this Golbat can't get farmed down by Fairy Wind, but it's actually doing a decent amount of damage. They catch the Aerial Ace on a Vigoroth, so they have a move which is pretty good. We have to shield up their Rock Slide, but now that we've got this Aerial Ace off, we've got shield advantage against the Vig. And that's about the only win con you can do with Togetic. I mean, the Rock Slides hurt, so you need shield advantage because of this bulk here. So they're going to go straight Body Slide because of the stab. I want to build up a little bit of extra energy because I know that the Golbat has a move. I need that versus... Or maybe they're one off, so I'm trying to time my moves carefully, not let any sneaks go through, take this Vigoroth out, and can we make it to the Aerial Ace versus the Golbat? We cannot. So this Poison Fang, Shadow Poison Fang coming through, does not KO the Togetic and survives on 1 HP and a dream. Togetic closing for another match, taking that game. So very, very lucky there. Maybe IVs matter. I know this is a raid rank because it was a hatch, so I 10,000 Stardust moved it before the 50,000 used, because if it's Togepi, it's 10k for the move. If it's Togetic or Togekiss, it's 50k. So just built a egg rank, so IVs kind of matter, taking that game. Arctibax Double Flyer. Really fun team to try out. I know Charjabug are uncommon, so I just used some rare candy to build a really crappy one I have, but it still turned out to be alright. If you don't have an Arctibax, you could substitute Piloswine. A fellow YouTuber, SrijanYellow, did a video on that. I'll leave a link to that in the comments as well. Don't forget to join the Discord where you can stream some sets, hang out, and we'll help you with your move counts, timing, and help you brush up on PvP skills. There's lots of other content from Pokemon Go to insights on my other work and leisurely memes and media. So I hope everyone enjoyed, because there will be much more Pokemon Go and TCG content to come. So like and subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, helps keep me in the algorithm, and lets you know when I post. That's all I've got for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I've been Arbor Andy, keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one.